why spiritual direction? Because your heart longs to connect with a deeper wisdom that lives within you and beyond you.
Why spiritual direction? I think it's a gift to yourself. It's a place where you're lovingly supported as you explore your inner life. Spiritual direction helps you hear your purpose, what you're longing for, what gives you meaning, these important questions. And this is done by tenderly holding whatever you bring to the session. You will find that whatever you discover feels right and true to yourself. Spiritual direction taps into your own inner wisdom. And this voice is something that you can turn to over and over again. I think spiritual direction is really an affirmation of your true self.
I've had a spiritual director now for a couple of years, and I have found that the tough stuff that I've dealt with in my life, I'm seeing in a new light. I've also feel like I'm living more intentionally and much more soulfully, and that has brought me more peace and more joy. So this has been a great experience for me, and I hope I can continue with it for quite some time.
A spiritual director or a spiritual companion or perhaps guide, advisor is someone who provides a time and sacred space for you to share what's in your heart. Someone who is a spiritual companion comes to you as a holy listener, someone who's listening and watching as you tell your stories, asking the questions that are meant to help you identify what is needed in your life to live a more meaningful, beautiful, or hopeful life. Sometimes this simply means repeating a word or phrase that you say that calls up something that might have more meaning for you. It's like looking at a flower. The more you peer at it, the more you might see.
What I believe is that the more we can center ourselves in a state of spiritual consciousness, the more joy and fulfillment we'll have, the more we'll thrive in life, the more we'll access our gifts, the more we'll be able to meet every challenge in a way that opens us to the opportunities for learning, for growth, for forgiveness of ourselves and others, and for release. It's the state of consciousness that I am always aiming for. But like you, like every person, I fall out of it again and again, and I need spiritual practices to return. Spiritual direction is about that. It's about developing the practices and having the companioning that we all need to go deeper in discovering the core of ourselves and our connection to life and living from there.
These times call us as a Unitarian Universalist people to be deeply centered in our spiritual practices. We need grounding, not only for the work that we do in bringing our faith and values out into the larger world, but also at home, because peace begins at home. How centered and grounded are we at home in our connection to the sources that are meaningful to us, the different religious traditions and sources or humanist connections that are meaningful to us. As a spiritual director, I work with you to find your place of grounding, your place of being centered, so that you can be connected in an effective way in our larger world.